Today we're going to look at the Victor M38 fly trap. This was ordered off of Amazon for $7.99, so let's see what we get and we'll put it together and see how it works. When you open it up, you're going to get a bottle and then you'll get a little sunshade. Inside the bottle is your lure, and I'm assuming this twist tie is to hang it, but I'm going to use paracord to hang instead of it. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about this. The reason why I'm trying this, you can see that it is inset, the holes are inset, so it's hard for the flies to get back out. They are not going to come up to the top. The sunshade helps shade it so they won't want to go to the top because the sun's not there. So we're going to see if this works. We're going to put it out for a week and do a day-by-day comparison to see how it does work. These are great for catching flies in backyards if you have dogs or have a fly problem. The main thing is you want to keep them downwind from your door. You don't want them upwind where you can smell it. When we first put this together, when we put this in, it doesn't smell horribly bad, but it will after 2 or 3 days. So let's go ahead and put this together. More or less what you're going to do is open up your Attractant. And we're going to fill it up or dump it in. Now a lot of people, when they run out of the Attractant, they can't think of something else to use in there. What I use is soured corn and or raw meat. Just a little bit of raw meat in some water will make it really stinky and really attract the flies in. Okay, so on your bottle it has a fill line here, so we're going to fill it up to that line. And what you need to kind of watch is in the hot summer months, which it is right now, this will dehydrate or evaporate. So you're going to need to add a little water from time to time. So let's go ahead and put the lid on it. Put on our sunshade. And then we're going to go ahead and put our cord on. On my cord, I have to hang mine fairly high because I have dogs and I have a dog that will jump up and get them. So this one will be hung fairly high. So I like to have a nice pretty long cord where I can adjust it up and down. Okay, so let's go install this and we'll get after it and see what it does. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to find is a decently sturdy branch. So I've got mine already tied up and we're going to go ahead and tie the trap on the bottom. And all we're going to do is slide that through. I'm going to give it a little knot tie here. And as I say, I have a dog that can probably jump and get a hold of this, so I'm going to go ahead and tie it a little higher. Okay, next off I'm going to remove this outer plastic cover so we can see how it does when we do catch, how many flies we do catch during this week. As I say, this is going to be a week-long deal. So we can kind of see how the trap does each day. Trying to do it without puncturing the bottle. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and remove this outer deal where all we have is a clear empty bottle. So we'll come back and check it this evening and then every other evening for a week to see how it does. Okay, this is approximately 11 hours after I set the bait out. As you can see, there are numerous dead flies already in the thing, and you can see it's just loaded with it. And this is just after about 11 hours of it being outside. So we'll take a look at it again tomorrow and see what we have. So this is what it looks like after 36 hours. You can see that I have a good 1/2 to 3/4 inch of dead flies in there, as well as several buzzing around, several of them in there alive. So we'll check back at this and another 24 hours, which will put it at 60 hours. Okay, this is 60 hours after it's been hung, and as you can see, got about 1 inch of flies. We had some rain last night and early this morning, kind of cloudy this morning, so that probably deterred a few of the flies, but as you can see, we're up to about 1 inch, and this is after 60 hours, 2.5 days. You can see that they're really attracted to it. Okay, this is after 4.5 days or 108 hours. As you can see, we've got a good 2 inches of flies there. We've got some maggots going on. We got all kinds of stuff. Okay, this is after 5 days of this trap being hung. We've got about 2 inches of flies in it. And of course you can see that there's a few maggots starting to reproduce from the dead flies. So, as you can see, this trap actually works. And let's go in and see exactly why I think it works. Well, as you can see, this fly trap works very well, and I think 2 reasons. One is the shade. I do believe that helps keep the flies up in there, and it confuses them once they get landed in the main jar. Another thing about the jar is the lid itself. As you can see, they're inlaid, and the flies seem to go in and can't figure out how to get back out.